Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled Light Pillars and Orion over Mohe. So what do we see here? Well, here we see, looking at an image taken in Mohe, China, the northernmost city in China, we see light pillars going up from the ground up into the sky. Now we see light pillars, we sometimes see sun pillars too. Sun pillars occur when light is brought from the sun is focused downward by ice crystals. Now, normally those ice crystals are not near the surface, so they don't make it all the way down to the ground, and we don't see things like we see in our image today. However, when the conditions are right, we can get a crystalline fog. And in that case, you can actually get light pillars, which is what we're looking at today. The light pillars are light from the ground now being focused upward by those same types of crystals. They're just normally not present this far down. Normally you've got to get much higher up in the atmosphere, and that's why we usually see them from the sun and not typically from lights here on the ground. So what you can get is flat ice crystals that will then do this. They'll all be lined up the same, and they will then kind of bring the light into a beam going straight up into the sky. So you can get a very amazing image such as the one we're looking at today of all of these different lights off in the distance, each one having its individual light pillar coming from it. And as you can see, there's people out there photographing this as an interesting sight. Now you may look at it and think a little bit of the aurora, because it does look a little bit like the auroral activity that we see, except very colorful, and you can see the different colors of the lights there. Yes, aurora can have different colors too, but typically green is very prominent and reds, and not the colors that we're seeing here. The aurora also will not show pillars like this, just individual beams going upward. They're more of a random glow across the sky. But like the aurora, you can see right through these, and you can actually look and see stars through some of these light pillars. And that's because they're just light. All they're going to do is brighten the sky in that region. They're not a cloud blocking out a star. They are simply going to make it a little bit brighter in that region, meaning fainter stars might be hidden, but that you can still see brighter stars. Now, one set of stars that you may notice off to the left-hand side there is the constellation of Orion. Orion, a very prominent winter constellation that is visible here, and up towards the upper left of that, we do see the red star Betelgeuse, a red supergiant star in the constellation of Orion. We can see how it differs from the other stars that are prominent there. The other stars tend to look blue in color, whereas Orion is red. And that tells us about the temperatures of these stars. We have a much hotter star and a much cooler star. The hotter stars are the blue ones. Betelgeuse, being much cooler, will look very red, emitting shorter wavelengths of light. So that was our picture of the day, titled Light Pillars and Orion over Mohe. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Lumpy Earth. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.